Many of the products we use every day are made out of plastic. As a matter of fact, 90% of the products we use today contain some type of plastic. Think about how many items in your home are made from plastic. Do you know where plastic comes from? Plastic is made from oil. Sources of oil were formed between 10 million and 600 million years ago when the remains of plants and animals such as plankton decomposed on ancient seafloors and lake bottoms. And under intense pressure and high temperatures within the earth were transformed into natural gas, coal, and oil. That's why they are called fossil fuels. Let's explore how two different types of plastic are made from petroleum, or oil, extracted from the earth. When a source of oil beneath the earth has been identified, holes are dug into the ground and the oil is pumped out. Oil drilling can also take place under the ocean. Platforms are built to support drilling operations, and tankers are needed to transport the oil to shore. Then, the crude oil has to be changed in form before it can be used to make petroleum-based products, like plastic. The crude oil is transported to a large processing facility called a refinery. A refinery breaks down the crude oil into a variety of components with different sizes, weights, and boiling temperatures. The liquid crude oil is pumped through hot furnaces and distillation towers, where the lightest components rise to the top and the heaviest settle at the bottom of the tower. Look at the steam being released at the refinery. In addition to oil, the production of plastic requires the use of other natural resources, such as water and energy. There are many different types of plastic. Some plastics are clear, others are cloudy or solid colored. Some are flexible, others rigid. There are 7 categories of plastic, and most plastic can be easily recycled.
This is number 2.
You can locate what type of plastic a container is made from by looking for a number on the bottom.
And this is number 1.
Let's take a look at how the 2 most familiar types of plastic are made and recycled. One type of commonly used plastic is PET, or number 1. To make PET bottles, PET plastic is fed into a machine where it is melted, cooled, and cut into small pellets. The plastic pellets are then used to make products such as water bottles and 2-liter soda bottles that we purchase for use at home and school. Water bottles and 2-liter soda bottles are made by molding plastic into small bottle-like forms with threaded tops for the caps. The preformed bottles are then injected with air and stretched until they reach full size. Another common type of plastic is Hdpe, or number 2. Number 2 containers include products such as liquid detergent bottles, bleach bottles, milk jugs, plastic grocery bags, and juice containers. Number 2 bottles are created by pouring melted plastic into molds. Once the molded plastic has been trimmed, labeled, and filled, the bottles are placed into a box and packed for shipping to stores. We buy and use many different types of plastic for our homes, such as this bleach container. Many of the plastic containers we use at home and school can be recycled.
Let's recycle.
When plastic containers are recycled, the plastic can be used to make new products, conserving natural resources and energy. Let's watch the process of how recycled plastic gets made into new products. The things you recycle are picked up from home or school by a recycling truck, and brought to a transfer station or a recycling facility. When the recyclables arrive at the transfer station, they're all mixed together, so everything has to be sorted. Plastic is separated from the glass, aluminum, and paper. At some facilities, people working on a sort line separate each type of plastic by hand and toss it into large steel cages called bunkers. When a bunker is full of clear plastic bottles, for instance, they're released onto a conveyor belt that leads to a baler, a machine that can compress thousands of bottles into a single block or bale. Can you identify what type of bottles are going into the baler? It's number 1, mostly water and soda bottles. A bale of number 1 bottles weighs about 1,500 pounds. The same process happens with plastic marked number 2. The baled plastic is sold and transported to companies that will make new products. Now, you may be wondering how a plastic product gets made using recycled plastic. The remanufacturing company purchases recycled plastic so the resources that went into making it can be reused. First, the bales are broken apart and separated into different colors. A high-speed sorter uses a beam of light passing through the plastic to determine whether it's blue, green, or clear. After sorting, the bottles are shredded, washed, dried, bagged, and transported to the manufacturer. When manufacturers use recycled plastic, resources are conserved. Products such as fiber for carpet and clothing can be made from recycled water and soda bottles. Recycled Hdpe or number 2 bottles go through the same process. The recycled plastic is shredded and washed to remove labels. The plastic flakes are dried. The dried flakes are melted and dyes are added to make different color pellets. Here you can see how blue recycled pellets are used to make new detergent bottles. Even plastic bags, which can be recycled at most grocery stores, can be used to make products such as this plastic lumber used for decks. The plastic shells of old computers can be ground up, melted into pellets, and made into things like ski boots or new computer casings. Remember, plastic is made from oil. And when plastic is thrown away, the natural resources and energy that went into making it in the first place are going to waste. When you recycle plastic, you're saving those resources. So, if you don't need it, don't buy it. If you do, reuse it if you can, then recycle it. It's up to us to use natural resources wisely.